He hasn't put in an appearance for a while, has he? No. There he goes. Evening all, Stephen here. You're going to knock the camera if you go round there. Come round here. That's it. Happy Thursday evening. Here I am in southeast London. After an absence of a couple of weeks again. Listening to a bit. You know from the title what I'm listening to. Today is a sad day. We've lost another one of the greats, Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul. Two absolute miles above anyone else, two favourite female singers. In fact, I'd say two favourite singers. Ella Fitzgerald, I've talked about before, and Aretha Franklin. Two totally different styles, of course, totally different types of voice, but two amazing talents, and today we've lost another one. And what I'm listening to is her biggest selling album of all time. This is the CD version, but there's an outer sleeve that goes with it, but it of course is Amazing Grace. This is the complete recordings of Amazing Grace, but the original album was released in 1972. A live gospel album recorded at a church in California over a couple of days. It's not only her biggest selling album, it's the biggest selling gospel album of all time. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Aretha, this is the Reverend singing along, and there's a choir. The choir is absolutely incredible. And then of course there's the congregation as well. Apparently, when this was recorded, included one Michael Jagger who got down there to see Aretha, and who wouldn't? I mean, you know, he was a huge fan of the music, and so he took the opportunity to get along himself, and he was there in the congregation. Probably the only time he's ever been in a church in his life. As I say, who could blame him when you could go along and listen to a voice like this? Originally a double vinyl album. This is the complete recordings, which has recordings that weren't on the original vinyl. I hope this isn't too loud, it's so difficult to judge, but I hope you can hear me anyway. But I didn't want to turn Aretha down, because that's the whole point of this video. They did make a documentary film of the whole thing, but apparently technology was rudimentary at the time. They couldn't sync, due to some error, they couldn't sync the sound and the vision. And it was eventually put right, not that long ago, only a few years ago, and they wanted to put the film out. But Aretha, she had her own reasons, who knows why or whatever, but she challenged it several times in the courts and blocked it. So, who knows? If there could be a good side to her passing, then maybe it is that we will get to see the film and see her in full cry. I'd watch it. It may not have been her wish, but I'd watch it. I'm smoking. I don't know, is that the right way up to hold it? This was only one of only 2 cigars I had left from the incredible gift that Tim, Wolf Valley Boy, gave me some months back. And this is my father's #1 Robusto, a Nicaraguan cigar that I think there's Ecuadorian tobacco in there as well. It's not only the most expensive cigar I have ever smoked. I think it goes for about $17.50 in the UK, which is about $20 odd. It's the strongest cigar I've ever smoked. Getting a real nicotine buzz from this one. But I've been saving the last couple that Tim sent me for an occasion. And we have one occasion, which is the passing of Aretha. Let's drink to it. This is an old still cider, that's my favourite drink at the moment. To Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, an incredible talent. May she rest in peace. Cheers. Come up here. Come on. You haven't been in a video for a long while. Look. A reappearance from the Zigmeister. Another cause for a cigar. And I've got another cause for celebration. Haven't I, boy? We both have. I better stop kissing him on camera. People will start to talk. I told you a couple of months back about my youngest daughter's emotional woes. Her boyfriend finishing with her just after her important exams had started, and the impact that had on her and the rest of her exams. And so we've been living on a knife edge since then, because in the UK these exams, they're called A-levels, and they determine your university entry. I don't know what you have elsewhere, but these are the ones that you count on for getting into the universities that you want to go to and doing the subjects you want to do. And we thought the impact of the emotional fallout from this relationship was going to be catastrophic for her exam results and her future. And today was results day. Now, it's not been absolutely amazing. She was a AAA student. She was predicted for the highest grades. She could have a choice. A being A's as like the grade that you actually basically aim for. As it turned out, she got 2 A's and a B, which, if you were looking at it from a glass half empty point of view, you could say they could have been a bit better. They weren't quite what she should have achieved, but compared to how bad they could have been on the other way, it's definitely, did I say glass half full or glass half empty? If you look at it from glass half empty, it was bad. If you look at it from glass half full, fantastic results. Very, very good results indeed. And we are all, including her, so relieved. There's been many tears shed today. Old Beerbeard's probably still looking a bit bleary-eyed. I've shed a few myself. I'm not a religious man, but I've said this before when I played Iris to Men singing southern gospel songs that her mother had taught her. You don't have to be religious, you just have to be moved by the Spirit. It's something fundamental to all humans, I think. So, I'm getting down on with that. So yes, that was amazing news. Nowhere near as bad as expected, and the only way is up from here. Not as great as it could have been, but it's easily fixed. So thank you all for your good wishes. When I sort of laid my tale of woe on you about you know, this whole exam process, a lot of you were kind enough to send your good wishes, and I thank you very much indeed. And we're a happy family. We're all pleased. So here's to my daughter, the second toast of the evening. Here's to my youngest daughter. She's got a whole life ahead of her, and I think it's going to be a good one. She's a worker, I know. She's going to make the best of it. Cheers. The only thing I'd say with this cigar is the first cigar I've smoked where I'm having trouble keeping it alight. I don't know why. It doesn't seem a particularly tight draw. Oh, sorry, boy. That's what I'm doing. If you wonder what I'm doing with my hands down there, out of shot. That's got it for a while. So how you all been? Hope everyone's tip top. I've been meaning to get outside, you know, I haven't been outside and shot a video this year. I did so many outside last year in the back garden, but just haven't got round to it this year. For one, there's been so much going on, there's been an awful lot of stress, there's been an awful lot of anxiety, health worries, children worries, family worries, financial worries. My garden's a tip, so I just haven't been out there. But I think we're going to have a spell of nice weather over the next few days or couple of weeks. So I intend to get out there and try and shoot a video. There has been, I'm going to just take this band off. It's a very nice band. But normally they, oh, there it goes. Let's keep it on a bit. I'll get out and tidy the garden up a bit and hopefully shoot a video outside. Although there's been certain developments out there. I showed you before in a video last year. I should have sorted out when it was so I could link to it or whatever. But the location of my house, built on a very steep slope, so I've got houses above me, then my house, a house down below me, another house down below that, down at the bottom of the valley and up the other side. And I showed my view from my back garden, how I can see down into my neighbour, then the neighbour beyond that, and then up the other side, the back of all these houses. No more. My next door neighbour, who's a tad precious, he's lived here about 20 years, and we're in a little row of 3 houses and he's the middle one. And because he's lived here far longer than me, I've only lived here 6.5 years. The one on the other side's only lived here about 10, 12 years. And he's lived here about 20 years, and as I say, a bit precious. So he considers himself to be kind of the lord of the manor. It doesn't work that way, mate. But he expects everything to be done by everyone around him just so that it pleases him. Long story, I'm not going to go into all of that. Excuse me a moment. Ain't nothing Anyway, he nabbed me a couple of weeks back and said he was going to have a new fence put up between me and him. And I had to do a lot of work clearing stuff on my side so that workmen could get there to put the fence up between us. I had no idea what this fence was going to be like. And they came and did it yesterday. I have to say, it's a fence that Donald Trump would be proud of. He might want to get in touch with the contractors to put one along the border. It's an enormously high fence, which, considering that he's already about 10 feet below me, this thing comes up about 7 foot high in my garden. So my view is no more. Even if I do sit out there, all I can see is the backside of this fence. Yeah. Neighbours, you got to live with them, haven't you? It's like your family. You got to live with them, so you have to get along. There's no point in falling out. It sends a shiver up my spine. So yeah, I'm a bit fenced in out the back, but if I get out there in the next couple of days and shoot a video, I'll show you what it's like. So third toast of the evening is to the fence. It makes him happy. We all have to get along. Cheers. I am getting a serious nicotine buzz off of this. I've never had a nicotine buzz like this. Although I mentioned to Tim, Wolf Valley Boy, because he says he's knocking the cigars on the head, he's giving it up. I'm doing the same. I've got, I think, 1 or 2 left. I've got a very nice Cuban that he gifted me, and I think I've got 1 other. It's too expensive. Here in the UK, it's enormously expensive to smoke cigars. Quality cigars. Even lesser quality cigars still amounts, you know, when you're ordering half a dozen smokes, it comes to a huge amount. So yeah, I'm going to be back to the pipe in future videos. Tonight was the special occasion. Anyway, old boy, what are you saying, eh? I'm going to knock this one on the head because it's what, I'm nearly up to 18 minutes. So, if you've stuck with me thus far, thank you very much. Thanks for watching as always. I appreciate it. And I'm going to go away and lose myself in this. Aren't we, boy? You know, we'll just say one thing about Aretha Franklin. You see early videos of her, late 60s, mid 60s, late 60s, early 70s. An incredible voice, but she also had this way of looking into the camera, and it was like, she had these eyes that was like, to me personally, like she was looking straight through the camera and down the tube and out the other end and straight into your soul. Incredible artist, incredible. And I better go now before I start getting maudlin. And before I go totally wiggy. Pop that down and just say goodbye from me and the Zigmeister. Thanks for watching. Cheers everyone. Hope you're all safe, well and warm, you and your loved ones. And I hope to put up another video soon, who knows, in the next couple of days, from the fenced in enclave out back. Cheers all. Ta-da!